It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer, and I just had to check if I'd reviewed this beer before. For some reason, this beer and this brewery, whether I've drank something similar, I picked it up. It was sent by Best of British Beer. We'll talk about those in a moment. Fantastic online beer club. But I got this out the box yesterday. I was like, Monument Bitter by Tyne Brew. One of these beers, as we've reviewed nearly 10,000 beers now on our YouTube channel, I was kind of scratching my head going, I may have had this one before, but it turns out I haven't. It's just a familiar looking label. Tyne Brewery, Walker Road, Biker in Newcastle upon Tyne. Water, wheat, malted barley, hops and yeast. 4.1% ABV, 500 milliliter black bottle cap. Without further ado, let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. Ooh, right. Haven't had one of those in a while. So. This is probably, going all over my nice stool. This is probably going to be a bottled conditioned beer. Oh my goodness me, it's been a number of years since we've been in a situation like that. It used to happen quite a lot actually on the channel. You know, these like farmyard type, what I mean farm, like these farm type breweries, the small cottage type brewers who were producing traditional bottle conditioned beer. There was a tendency where this sort of thing happened. Does it bother me? No, it's never bothered me. And the reason being is I would still rather have a beer like this than a can of Carling or a can of Foster's or something along those lines. This has been built with love. Yes, I might have got a little bit of beer on my nice velvet stool, but I've had them 4 years, you know, that sort of thing. It's not the most important thing to me. The most important thing to me, yeah, the dog's getting involved in the beer review again. And the most important thing to me is the fact that we got a decent beer in our hands. And the beer has been built with love. It's been handcrafted, built with love. It's one of those unfortunate things. Unfortunately, a little bit of the fermentation process has carried on in the bottle a little bit more than they wanted, and it's caused that little bit of craziness to go on. So, beer in the glass, 3-finger, white, slightly off white head, good amber coloured bitter. There we go. Right, let's go for the slower. It was all a bit hectic just now, wasn't it? While I'm pouring this, and I've got a great big head on the beer, the beers come from bestofbritishbeer.co.uk. Best of British Beer, fantastic online beer shop, store, subscription service really, where you sign up to it. I believe you can pay a 3-month subscription, whereby you just don't know what's coming through the door every month. So I, being my channel sponsor since now before Christmas, we've had, this is our 4th or 5th box from Best of British Beer, and I generally don't know what's coming every month, and I really like it. I really like the fact that once a month you get a little beery Christmas. You get to open a box and you don't know what's in there, and this company kind of specialises in finding smaller breweries, generally in a bottle beers from, this is from Devon, Hanlon's Brewery. Now we got Staffordshire Brewery, Black Grouse Stout. We got a can from Buxton, Right to Rome Best Bitter. You know, it's all very exciting. You never know where it's coming from. Most of the time, I've never heard of the breweries. And it's all good. So check it out. Link in the description box. bestofbritishbeer.co.uk. The beer's now has sorted itself out a little bit now, so we can get into this. We got a 5-finger, slightly off-white head. Yeah, it looks like a great best bitter, doesn't it? Good levels of carbonation, slight haze in there. There is a widget style etching in the bottom of this glass, so it's going to create a little bit more carbonation, but on the plus side of that, it's going to knock a lot of that carbonation away. Let's get the aroma. Yeah, fruity bitter. Hoppy, fruity, malty, wheaty. It smells really good. Fruit is of like a kind of lemon and stinging nettle and maybe some plum. Smells good. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. A decent bottle bitter. Lovely bitterness on the back end. Almost kind of like rampaging bitterness on the back end. Oh, that's really lovely and kind of biting. A biting bitterness. Naturally, it is quite carbonated. If you could always do this, you could always knock some of that carbonation out. I would prefer that. I don't want my bottle bitters to be kind of overly carbonated. For me, it's not part of the overall experience to have kind of a raging carbonation like a glass of Prosecco in your best bitter. Or Prosecco-like carbonation, I should say. That's better. That's better. It's nice. There's a little bit of fruitiness coming through. It's a little bit spicy, it's a little bit peppery, it's got a nice bitterness on the back end. You get the malts coming through. It really is a best bitter. They really hopped this with some traditional British hops. It's got a whacking great bitterness on the back end. Let's get some, just so you can see a little bit more of this beer, and then we'll rate it then. So I suppose if we're perfectly honest here, it's not really ideal, is it, the beer? This has happened to the beer. It's not really ideal. Probably 9 bottles out of 10 are absolutely fine. It's just a case, you know, it gets sent to the beer tuber on YouTube and it misbehaves. That's how things go. But I will publish a video. I will get it out there because, yeah, that's how things go. I mean, it's not always perfect for me when I open a beer. So there's no description really, just the address, the ingredients in the beer, 4.1% ABV, tynebankbrewery.co.uk. Check them out, and it's their Monument Bitter. I hope you have better luck than me. If you are part of the Best of British Beer subscription service and you're watching this video, let me know how your beer has behaved. I'm going to say 6. It would be unfair to give the beer any more because of the fact that it's not very well behaved in the pour. It's had a little bit more of a second fermentation process in that bottle, and it's created that extra carbonation, which, you know, it's a bit of a mess of a pour. You're trying to knock that carbonation out by rolling the beer around in the glass. Not really ideal. So 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.